Welcome to my channel. In this video I will do a very quick flip through on the Paradise book by Fabiana Attanasio. It's another book in Mythographic series, so if you have it you probably have already the idea about quality. Even if I hadn't colored yet in this series, I tested watercolor and pencils, so everything worked well on my test page, so I have huge hopes that I will be able to use both media for my colorings. And I got this lovely present. It's my second book by Fabiana, and I do love designs which she created, but as the whole series, this book has terrible amount of all those hidden things. From the back of the book you can see the huge amount of all those hidden objects. It's even worse comparing to the first books by Kerber Razanes, where I didn't like those hidden objects. But let's have a look at the designs and if the objects are big or small and if it's possible to mask them. Well, at least on the cover you can obviously see those objects like the toothpaste, some other things, probably like ice cream, but the scent clocks, but it's not very terrible. Apart from this lamp, anything else you can mask or you can work inside of the page. I do love designs here, so Fabiana is surprisingly good at color composition, at drawing animals and architecture. I didn't like her previous series when she created illustrations for the fairy tales. For me her style was too childish. But then I looked at her freebie pictures which she created for Halloween, for Christmas, and when I looked at her previous frozen fantasies, and I realized that she's actually very talented at drawing. And here designs I do love. From the first sight, the hidden objects, they are not so bad. Here we have calculator, here we have another hidden object, but they are not too big. Definitely this bag with money, I will be able to cover everything with paints, so it's not bad. I hope that pages won't be falling out. I'm not a big fan of perforation. I definitely don't plan to take my pictures away from the book, so I hope that it won't damage the book. I would prefer to have solid sheets of paper. This one is also not bad. The head, the sword, well, it's not bad. The ring, at least these hidden objects, they are better comparing to what I had in Frozen Fantasies. Only this fork and knife, they a little bit strange, but I will be able to mask them. The idea to put castle on the ears of the elephant, it's quite cute and I like it. Here we have cocoa, it's not that bad, but here is a cup. Wow. I really waiting for the new books in this series when they finally will start to do books without hidden objects. Here we have beautiful glycinia tree, probably on such kind of drawing with many tiny flowers. I definitely will be able to mask small objects. Popcorn, it's terrible. Well, let's have a look here. I do love her swans, and they have quite interesting buildings behind, tiny houses on the lake. Nice idea, and of course I plan to use paints here for the background and then to work on the details with pencils. I think that neocolors also can be quite helpful. Here, nice idea of the girl collecting stars. Another fantasy building with the flowing water. I do love this one. It was one of the pictures which I saw in someone's flip through, and that's where I realized that I actually love this book. Her roses are beautiful and the bird is quite royal. The milk is terrible. And the stop sign. Who got this terrible idea? I don't know. Well, gorgeous, gorgeous. Of course, I will try to use famous sunflower palette and color for the sky from Van Gogh paintings, so it will be of course in the shades of blue, indigo and yellow orange colors for the sunflowers. I think that we can do quite interesting thing here. I do love to color space and planets, so it's nice design for me. Here we have definitely something in Dutch style, and everything would be great apart from this terrible thing. It's like electric stove added to the windmill. Absolutely idiotic, sorry guys. Here we have other tiny details, but they don't bother me apart from this one. I hope that paints will help. At least tulips, they are beautiful. You can do them relatively bright to distract attention from the problem with the windmills. Here we have some kind of a water pond, also nice. Not very original, but nice. And here we have interesting trees, interesting tree houses or wooden houses standing on the fountains. Interesting idea. Quite a lot of fantasy was put into the designs, and quality of the book is good. And just one thing which bothers me. Well, beauty. You know that I love to collect peacocks. I already have them from Hannah Carson, from Maria Trolle, from Martin Noble. So many peacocks from various designers. And finally I have another one from Fabiana Attanasio. And I also love the tropic flowers here. Beautiful. Nice fish which gently transform into the wave and the surfer. Next we have this huge butterfly surrounded by flowers. I think that here I definitely can try my new fine liners and felt tip pens for such tiny details, tiny flowers. This one is absolutely gorgeous. It's another page apart from this royal bird which I want to start immediately. You know that I love to color wildlife, and especially when it has a little bit of Native Americans vibe into it, so that's why I'm really very attracted to this one. Here we have something in Japanese style. Of course we have their famous sparrows. I remember that I read about their famous uguisu birds, and we have maybe Chinese plum or maybe Japanese plum or maybe Japanese cherries like sakura. Maybe sakura have to have bigger amount of petals, but anyway, of course I will try to use a lot of peach and pink colors, and with intense blue background it will be nice. Here we have a very intricate design. We have a very lovely angel girl. I do love her. Flowers in her hair, and she's sending birds and also flowers around herself. So intricate and interesting. And full of stupid things. Here we have very elegant flamingos. This one is quite intricate because we have part of the space and part of the water, because we have jellyfishes, space jellyfishes, a lot of planets, and the boy who is traveling and who is collecting moons. Very interesting idea. You can imagine interesting story behind this page. Next we have turtle and flowers. They look like chrysanthemums probably, or maybe even dahlia. Quite nice. The pig. Look at this piggy. It's even pity to cover such a fun pig. Oh, let me laugh. But the idea of the turtle holding on her back huge tree and going through the magical portal, very, very creative. I think that I started to appreciate Fabiana Attanasio talent much more after looking closely at all these designs. Another unicorn. Now I have so many books with unicorns. Oh, something magical like flying keys. Or maybe, yeah, I think that they are keys with wings. Very interesting. Here we have music and butterflies and flowers. Actually, details indeed are very small. Fine liners can be very helpful. I'm glad that I got them. Such a nice raspberries here. And beautiful bridge. The dragon is hidden behind. Another very good page. Apart from the teddy bear and lollipop. Here we have the bee queen probably and her friends, tiny bees. Nice design also. Maybe I can start from this one. You know that I usually prefer not to start from the best pictures. I need to adjust to the style of the artist, to the paper. So this one, which is quite attractive, but not the best, maybe it can be a good start. At least I already can imagine which colors I can use here. Another very beautiful example of fantasy architecture. And the supermarket cart, so stupid. Here we have the magical globe. I think that it definitely looks like Venice landscape inside of the glass globe, and around we have lotus flowers. Next, another intricate design with sweets. We have lollipops, we have cupcakes like houses, we have fruits, we have huge cake decorated with fruits. So interesting to color. And tiny things flowing here. Oh, this one I definitely love. It has some hints into Alice in Wonderland because of the its entrance to the garden, and we have signs of the cards. So maybe indeed it's part of Alice fairy tale. Here we have magical library, another interesting picture, and it's another nice starting point. It's easy to select colors for the books, for the shelves, so maybe I will start here. Here we have in the same time lanterns and fantasy palace behind, and I do love how she did these irises. Next we have underwater kingdom with the horse, seahorse, and a lot of shells. I saw similar pictures in many books, so that's not my favorite, even if birds they are quite nice. Interesting mix of Egyptian landscape and some water, some landscape around the pond or maybe near the river. I have to think how to color this one. Look at the knife here. Here we have the knife, the button. Oh. Oh, here we have the flying ship. Interesting idea. We have some kind of mountains here and castle on the cloud and falling stars. This one is very sweet. Merry-go-round with horses and a lion also and dragon. A very nice and attractive design. Simple and cute. Oh, this one is absolutely gorgeous. I love that it's again in maybe Chinese, maybe Japanese style. She wore beautiful kimono, so maybe Japanese. I do love her traditional style shoes and this big bow, which usually they use on kimono. So beautiful with the hairstyle. So interesting, and dragon is very good. I hope that I will get rid of them. Tennis racket, of the French fries. I will delete them. Another nice design we have actually My God, how it's possible to forget how to call them. Sometimes I think that when I film in the end of the busy day, it's better stop talking too much because I can forget ridiculous amount of words. But I hope that you can see yourself that picture is quite interesting and you can do many interesting things here. Here we have interesting pair of transformed small castle here and bigger and more intricate palace here, and also flowers which are uh, growing from the sky. I don't know how to color in such way, or maybe to turn it. Another very tricky design, but I love such challenges. Now let's move forward. Another very intricate design. I love the passion fruit flowers. They are very interesting to color with all those intense purple violet petals. I just need to find color for the palace to create good composition. Here we have a lot of hidden things, good hidden things like the pair of deer or cute hedgehog, many interesting flowers, mushrooms, and everything on top of the anchor. Flying fishes, good idea. I love such fantasy pictures. And here we have the last pages where I at least can test my various media. Well, I do love this page. I am sure that I will manage to do pictures here without attracting too much attention to the hidden objects, and definitely I was really impressed by the fantasy of Fabiana, her creativity, so I really love the book and thank you for such present.